What's going on, everybody? Welcome to No Bullish. This is where we're going to speak the truth. There's not going to be no bullshit being spoken. This is going to be the truth being told. This is the first episode. My name is Aldwin Joel Marrow Bay. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. And today, like I said, is the first episode. What we're going to do here is we're going to have guests in the future that that's at the top of their breed, whether it's Old English Bulldogs, Presa Caneros, Cane Corsos, American Bullies, French Bulldogs. We're going to have everybody on here. We're going to educate the uneducated. We are going to remedy people's ignorance. That means just not knowing. We're definitely going to help a lot of people out, a lot of new people. I wish a show like this was out when I first came into the game. We're going to share a lot of secret tips that will help you navigate in the near future. All right. So let's get it.
Even if the block hurt, don't stop work, I'm out here. Me, I put in groundwork, I'm round work, I'm out here. Even in the drought, yes, I found work, I'm out here. Me, I gotta get it, so I push it to the limit. I'm not moving till I'm finished, I'ma do it till the end. And I'm not losing, cause I'm winning. Do my do, I'm on a mission. Straight through, no intermission. Play the rules, no intervention. Me, make the block men straight. Grade drop, men's rate. Raise the stock, men take. Some raise Glock, men's face. Men block, vacate. They don't want plates scrape. Wrong day, late. Run and scream, Mayday. Early bird gets the worm, the bird is mine. Big worm on this block, I get in earn. I make the block spin and turn. Sling, coke, crack dope, weed, pills, plus sherm. This block must burn all night, cheese churn. Late night on the corner, block work, beige white. This ain't the place for a nigga to catch stage right. This is where the men is made. This is where the men get paid. This is where many laid and many men see better days. In many ways the block brought many treasure rates. And ain't too many escape routes, not too many get away. While looking for a better way and trying to make a better play. And not get knocked, literally, and hug the block every day. Right there on this very stupid.
So I'd like to thank my boy Sticks Diamond Eyes for that track. No, we're not gonna have any guests on the first one. I just want to introduce the show. I'm sorry. Inbox me, Facebook Messenger, Aldo Joel Marrow Bay, or the No Bullish page on Facebook. So just send me a message and just let me know what you want to talk about. You know, we can possibly holler at each other and see what topics you got. I'm not just gonna have anybody on here. I want to know what's going on, what you want to talk about. I want you just jumping on here talking about anything you want. We want to keep this we're gonna want to keep this platform kind of controlled, you know what I'm saying? So today we want to talk about the pricing of American bullies to the newbies and even to the old school people that's on here watching. The pricing is crazy, man. There's people saying they're selling dogs for $10,000. They're saying there's people that's saying that they're selling dogs for hundreds of thousands of dollars. You know, even $5,000. There's people saying they're selling dogs, which is not impossible if you got good stock. But there's a lot of people misleading the new people that's coming into the American bully game. And what's happening is that they think that they could just have a male and female dog, have a breeding and sell these dogs just off of hype, just off of a dog's name or who they got the breeder from. But it's far from that. There's so much that goes into actually selling your dogs at a certain price, man. It's advertising is everything. you have to take the right kind of pictures. Are you showing your dogs? What kind of credentials does your dogs have? Is your dog a producer? Is your female producing good stock? This is what a lot of people aren't talking about and aren't telling you. And before you start making a lot of money, you got to climb out of the red for vet bills. You got to climb out of the red for food. You got to do so much, man, just to get your money back. To get your money back and to get out of the red, because I'm still in the red, to be honest with you, with this dog game. I don't know if anybody in the chat, they can let me know if they still in the red too, you know what I'm saying? Because it's really hard to get ahead in this game, man, especially if you're really serious, especially if you have multiple dogs. Like, if you have a lot of dogs, it's going to be really hard, but it is possible to make that money. I'm not trying to say everybody's liars, and that people aren't making hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's not people making tens of thousands of dollars on their productions. But what I am saying, there's a lot of work that goes behind it that people don't understand how that process goes. They think people think they can just make a quick photo and use the photo collage from their phone, and boom, I have this breeding going on. But it's way more than that, man. You gotta take professional pictures, man. You gotta pay for programs and all kind of stuff to actually set your pictures up properly. Don't just have it cut straight down in the middle. You know what I'm talking about. One dog here, one dog here. You have to set it up properly. You can't just post up a collage from your phone and expect to get maximum offers from clients that want to see professionalism. So advertising is a key component to selling your dogs. And another one is I just broke even my last litter, went back to this one. That's what I'm saying. You see, and how many litters have you had just to break even? Exactly. Figuring out the Instagram algorithms, knowing what time to post, when to post, how to post, things to say, being the gift of gab. There's a lot of people that aren't built for advertising, but they have beautiful dogs. So maybe you need to hire somebody. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you need to hire somebody. Exactly. Duval Bullies. That's the Duval Bullies logo up here on the right. I don't know if it's on the right or left. But it's on the right side of me. Oh, right there. I'm new to this camera thing. So yeah. Shout out to Duval Bullies. Thank you for everybody, like I said, for tuning in. We got 34 viewers right now, and I'd like to show you my appreciation. Soon we're going to be giving away merchandise. We're going to be giving away dog food, hopefully in the near future. We're going to be giving away certain items, prizes. We're going to have all kind of things to give to our guests just to show our appreciation for tuning in. So myself, my credentials is I have a multi best in breed, best in show winner, Shots Fired. We call him Pudge at home. I also have a dual champion, Siren the Temptress from the UKC and the ABKC. I will be showing Shots Fired in the UKC this year, hopefully, if COVID allows it. The restrictions are very harsh out here in Rhode Island. So if they open back up and they start having shows in the UKC, I'm definitely going to be showing him in the UKC. I have also produced the second youngest grand champion in ABKC history. Her name is Lady Majesty, and she's owned by Mr. Eddie Ortiz of Western Mass Bullies. What else? I produced a Gorilla Zoe, a champion Gorilla Zoe, owned by my kennel partners Kelvin and Eugenia Marshall of Duval Bullies. And thank you so much. You love shots fired. Thank you so much. So I've actually traveled all around the country to show my boy, to show my female that I have. I have done a lot of holistic feeding to my dog. I feed raw. I also feed some commercial foods depending on the time. Actually, when I'm about to go on a show, I maybe put a cup or two inside of their raw food, and so I can size my boy up a little bit. I help heal people's dogs, give them advice on holistic healing versus going to the vet. I do what else I do? I handle people's dogs. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the chat. What's going on, Antonio? What's popping? I handle people's dogs at shows. I just started doing that. I didn't believe in handling people's dogs because people get in their feelings at these shows. If you don't win a ribbon, man, these people get in their feelings because what they're doing is they're spending their hard-earned money on traveling, hotels, and everything. And if they don't win anything, they're disappointed. They're not necessarily upset at you. It's just the outcome. People are disappointed. I get disappointed if I don't win every show. There goes my wife right there. Say hello, baby, since you're in the frame.
Did you welcome back?
No, not yet. Thank you so much. Yeah, unlock the door so the dogs don't start barking. He's going to knock anyway. Can you text him and tell him not to knock, that the door's open? Thank you so much. Everybody loves Duncan, right? I should get paid for that. But there's a lot of people. Like I seen a post today, and somebody said they got offered $1 million for an American bully pup. I don't know. I'm not going to say the page that it was on, but I mean that's really hard to believe. I mean, $1 million and the puppy looked average. The bone structure wasn't all there. The dog just looked average. Can y'all let me know if my mic sounds good or not? Can y'all let me know if my microphone sounds good or not? And let me know what y'all think about that introduction that I put up with my boy Sticks Diamond Eyes. Man, that dude's a beast, man. He can rap his ass off, man. And that's gonna be my main guy right there where I'm looking at for intro. Thank you so much. It's all good. Thank you so much. I'm going to upgrade. You're going to see me upgrading in the upcoming months. I'm going to learn how to use this platform better. That's what's up. Thank you. I'm going to learn how to use this platform better. I'm going to have better intro videos. I'm going to learn because I'm doing this on the fly, actually. I said, you know what? Let me start a podcast, man, because you know what? People have been asking me for a while. Plus, I was on a podcast a couple of weeks ago, and I had so many people that hit me up, and I had a couple of friends that were actually going off on me saying, man, that could be you, man. That could be your podcast. I've been telling you for the last 3-4 years to start it. So here I am. We're here to tell the truth. No bullshit podcast. I'm sorry, no bullish podcast. I'm trying to keep it PG. We got little kids that also watch too. I was gonna call it no bullshit podcast, but like I said, I want to keep it PG. So it's no bullish podcast. And we definitely are here to tell the truth. We are going to have American bully breeders, French bulldog breeders, all the way from, if we can have people from the AKC on here as well to do interviews, we will do that as well. We're going to have judges. Hopefully in the near future, we can have Dave Wilson on here. We can have Kev Green. We can have all kind of people from the upper echelon of the bully world to come on here and speak and share to you how they gained success. Because I'm an open book. I don't hide anything. When I first came into this bully game, and I think it was 2016, nobody was giving game away unless you was part of their clique, part of their crew, their bully kennel. Nobody was giving game away at all. You had to basically pay somebody to get game. And you know what? I kind of understand why, because game is given to a lot of people and they just do what they want with it. They don't listen. A lot of newbies don't listen. A lot of newbies just don't do what they're, I know this might sound messed up, but don't do what they're told, you know, by people who have blood, sweat, and tears in this game. They're trying to pave the path for you so you don't have to fall into pitfalls that they fell in. I actually do the same thing. You know, I actually tell people, yo, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. You know, if I don't tell people to do it my way. I don't tell people to do it my way. I try to tell people to do it the way that will help them, because you can't do it my way because it might not work for you. But we can work on a plan. That's why I listen to people. I listen to people and have them tell me, you know, everything they can about themselves, about what the goals they're trying to reach. And then we go from there and then we formulate something. So if you follow a game plan like Tone Rodan, I followed his game plan. Like Marco Garcia, I followed their game plans. Then after a couple of years of learning, sitting back, watching their success, I kind of tweaked things here and there. Then I started tweaking things. After a couple of years, I started tweaking things. I didn't just start tweaking things after a couple of months of me getting in the game. It took me a couple of years to find my niche. So what did I do? I started going live on Facebook about diet, something that I was really, really good at, something that I was very passionate about, that's something that I am very passionate about. Excuse me, and that's holistic care of the dogs. I share my knowledge with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people a week, not just since I've been in the game. I'm talking about a week. There's so many messages that I get about what they should do, what people should do with their dogs, what they should feed, if they should feed raw, how should they feed raw. I give that game away for free. That's what this podcast is for. This podcast is free game. All right. For people that know and don't know, some people that have been in the game for years, for longer than I have, don't have the actual knowledge of feeding. They don't have the actual knowledge of holistic food. You know what I'm saying? Because they just don't know. So I'm here for all of y'all. I'm here for everybody. All right. So that's number one. So back to the topic of pricing. When you start listening, when you start following the person, whoever your mentor is, you start following their success, you start to gain knowledge here and there on how to do certain things. So posting pictures, when to post, how to post it up. You start to learn all of these things, going to shows, gaining success at shows. That's very important. Understanding what you have, the dog that you have, whatever breed it is, whether it's a French bulldog, whether it's a bulldog or old bulldoggy, old English, American bully. It really matters to study up on your standard, on what's going on, because before you can make money, you have to understand what you're selling, what the product is, what the product should look like. Even if it's an exotic bully, even if it's a Merle bulldog, I mean a Merle dog, and I don't subscribe to that. I'm not into exotic bullies, but I help a lot of people out that do have exotic bullies. I have a lot of friends that are into the exotic bully game, and I have nothing against them. Whatever they do, you know, I just wish them to the ultimate success, and I help gear them towards that. Excuse me, let me yeah, that tasted really good. So whatever dogs they're into, I definitely try to steer them the right way so they can have the best successes possible. So that leads into the pricing. Once you get all of this information, once you gain all of this knowledge, all of this time of understanding what's going on, following direction of whoever your mentor is, then you start to understand how they make the money they make. You know, then you start to understand why they pick the dogs they pick. You have to learn how to pick a dog. Because it's tricky. It's very tricky picking a dog. How are you going to pick that $10,000 dog? How are you going to pick that $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $100,000 dog? How are you going to pick that dog out so you can give it to somebody? Are they going to be satisfied with that dog? And usually you're not going to sell that dog that price in your first breeding. Anybody in the chats, hit me up if they hit me up in the chats if they've sold their first dog for $5,000. To be honest with you, I don't even discuss prices on Facebook. I don't discuss prices on social media. I feel that's not professional. I don't tell people how much money I make off of a dog. I feel that's unprofessional. When you go on Facebook and you have stacks up and you have money up and you're telling people, oh, I made this, I made that, I made this, that's a lot of that's cap. A lot of that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are trying to set you up for their next breeding. So they can get you. So there's a lot of people that's capping in this game. Okay, for example, for the people who watch sports, right? There's maybe only 3 to 5% of the NBA, NFL, NHL, baseball, soccer. There you go. We charge $1,500 to $2,000 on our first litter. That's the realistic price on your first litters. You have to prove yourself. You definitely have to prove yourself. That's a working man's price. Exactly. So as I was saying, in the NBA and all sports arenas, right? In all sports, there's only 3 to 5% of the athletes that make a certain amount of money. What I mean by a certain amount of money, I'm talking about $50 million and up to $100 million. $200 million, because baseball players get paid a lot of money. So it takes a certain player or a certain percentage of players to that make that type of money. And it's the same thing in the bully game. There's only a certain percentage of people that's making that type of money. That's making $10,000. That's making, I'm not going to say $5,000 because $5,000 is a very realistic price. If you have a good breeding, if you're breeding to a good dog, if you have 2 good dogs, if their pedigrees look really good, there's somebody that will pay that much money for a dog. I'm not going to say, what's going on, fam? Who is that? Who is saying what's up? I can't see your name. Please tell me who you are and what kennel you represent. I can shout you out. So there's a certain upper echelon of players that's making that $50 million, 60, 70, 80, even $40 million. There's a certain percentage of players that's making that money. And that goes for your jobs. There's only a certain percentage of people that's making that money that you want to make. Everybody's not making that money. There's a lot. What's going on? There's a lot of people lying. Dream chasers, bullies. What's going on? There's a lot of people that's lying. Yila Kennels was popping. There's a lot of people lying. There's a lot of people lying about the prices that they're making so they can set you up for their next breeding so they can make that money off of you. Some people are posting up fake money. You can buy money on Amazon. There's a lot of people that's capping with that fake money on Facebook, on Instagram. A lot of people. What do you say? Only like Duval. They are my mentors. Exactly. That's what's up, man. Thank you so much, Antonio. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Any knowledge, like Antonio saying, I give my knowledge away freely. If I can help you guide you to the direction where you can make a certain amount of money for a dog, hey man, I'm all for it, man. We should all be helping each other out instead of hiding this game, man. This is the only way the American bully is going to make it, is if we give this information away instead of hoarding it. Not whoring, but hoarding. A lot of y'all are whoring the American bullies out. And who pays cash these days? Maybe Cash App. Exactly. Exactly. So there's a lot of cap going on about how much people are selling these dogs for. Do not be fooled. If you are new in this game, do not think that you're going to buy a dog for $10,000, $20,000, or two dogs, a pair of dogs, a male and a female, and you're like what, $30,000 in debt, not in debt, but $30,000 in the red with these dogs, or even $15,000 in the red with these dogs. It's going to be hard for you to make that money back off your first breeding. A lot of breeders they're selling you game. No unknown deposits either. A lot of people are selling you game with these dogs. Oh, if you get this dog and you get this dog and you breed them together, you're gonna make a quick $10,000. You might make that out of 8 pups. But what they're selling you is that you can do that with one puppy out of a breeding, and that's really hard to do off of your first breeding, even your second breeding. It's really hard to do. I know I'm into showing my dogs. I'm into displaying my dogs. So when you travel around and you show your dogs, man, you're showing your dogs worth. Like Shots Fired, multi best in breed, best in show winner. He actually champed out in one show at the BBCR. We took everything. We took all of the dog food. We took all of the trophies. We took everything, and you can't just do that with every dog. We've been to the ABKC and networking. Exactly. Networking is very important. We went to the ABKC. We went to plenty ABKC shows and we swept shows. We've took 75% of the awards for the grand champions. People know who we are when we show up, and we've done work. And so I can kind of demand a certain price, and it can be respected. But I like to give people dogs for what they're worth. I sell males differently from females, so, and I promote my dogs. I spend a lot of money in pictures. I spend a lot of money and food. All of this you have to take into account, man. You have to take the food into account. You have to take the vet. Oh my goodness, the vets up north rape you. Okay, if you live in the Northeast, you know what I'm talking about. Versus down south. Down south they have it good, but up here in the Northeast, oh my goodness, they're killing you. They are killing you for surgeries. They're killing you for medication, all of that stuff. That's why I got into a lot of holistic healing, because I feel that you can't see the chat. I'm sorry about that, Mr. Rocky Mountain Bullies. I apologize. I can't say that 10 times. You'd have to go into the StreamYard app and you'd be able to see the chats there, brother or sister. So I put in a lot of work. My mentors, like I said, is Tone Rodan. That's my main mentor. And it got to a point where Marco Garcia, also of Duval Bullies, one of the founders of Duval Bullies, was calling me a Tone clone. And I took that as a compliment, because I'm like, yo, really? You think I'm a Tone clone? Wow, that's beautiful. I'm doing something right. Because I was aspiring to be like Tone Rodan. In 2016 or 2017, he was handling other people's dogs, and he champed out, I think it was like 75 dogs. And that was like he blew the record out in the ABKC. I think before that, it was 12 dogs in a year that was champed out. And he did 70 something, 60 something dogs. And so I started following his success. I started doing what he was doing. I started walking my dogs at the same time he was walking his dogs. I just started following in his footsteps because I seen the success. I started doing everything the same as he was doing until I had got it down pat. So when I got it down pat, I started taking things out and adding my own niche to it because I felt like, for me, this will work better. So let me grab this, let me do this, and let me add it into my regiment. But that's after a couple of years of following Tone. And it's hard. It's hard, man. It's hard to have a job. It's hard to train these dogs, feed these dogs how I feed them. Because I have a meat grinder. I buy like over 300 pounds of chicken quarters. I buy over 200 pounds of ground beef. I buy chicken heart, chicken livers, beef heart, beef liver. The supplements I buy so many supplements to give my dogs a better advantage that goes along with their genes. And that's another thing people don't understand. They think that you could just look at my dog and feed your dog how I feed my dog, and it's just going to end up looking like them. And then now you can sell dogs for a certain price or you feel like you can sell dogs at a certain price. Even people who breed the Shots Fired think that they can make a certain. See, $1,100 yesterday for a wellness exam. Wow. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. I took a litter in one time. I think it was 8 dogs plus my French bulldog I took in there, and I left spending $800 and change. Just for checkups for the puppies, and to check up my French bulldogs wanted her first checkup. $800 and change. I was like, hold on. Did you give her a AI or something like that? Did you? I was questioning all kind of things because I was like, oh my goodness, this is a lot of money. And, it just hit me upside my head, out of nowhere, that it was just a lot of freaking money that I spent on just one vet visit, So people don't take account to that. How much money you're spending for the care of these dogs, for their food, for different things you're buying, for supplements. People don't think about that. And a lot of people cut corners when it comes to these dogs. A lot of people cut corners when it comes to these dogs just so they can make a pretty penny, and then you're really not making a pretty penny. You're just trying to catch back up. So all the new people in this game don't believe a lot of this bullshit that's being told to you about, you can make this amount of money. You can make that, especially if you ain't putting no work in this game. If you're new, just come in and do not think that you're going to make that $10,000 that you just spent on that dog. It's not going to happen. You're going to make that money back in time, but you're not going to do it with one puppy. You might not even do it with 2. You possibly can do it with 2. But then you're giving up your first and second pick male. I mean, your first pick male and your first pick female. Why are you breeding now? Are you breeding to keep your second pick male or your second pick female? Are you lying to people and telling them that this is the first pick male and this is the first pick female when they're really the seconds? A lot of this happens in the game. That's why you have to understand what you're getting into before you get into it. A lot of these newbies, they jump in this game and they think they know it all in the first few seconds. No, it takes a lot of time to understand what you're even looking at when it comes to puppies. It takes a lot. I love Shaq Kennels. Loves Shaq Kennels. Loves everyone that puts some of the best bloods together from amazing groups of people. The best from WBA, the Elite Edge, and Black Label. Love and respect to all those who are willing to teach and be a part of the great breedings. Pay attention to the OGs. If they are trying to show you something, always got to pay to play. You definitely got to pay to play. You know, I'm not the type of person to tell people how much I made off of certain dogs, how much I paid for dogs. I'm not a public person like that. I don't put that out there. Like I said, I think that is very unprofessional. Flexing your what did I call it? Flexing your Amazon fake money on Facebook on on how much money you have to spend, and then when somebody hits you off with $8,000 for this French bulldog, $10,000 for this French bulldog or American bully, you're telling them, okay, yeah, that price is nice, man, let me hit you right back. And and you hear crickets for like the next 5, 6, 7, 8 months. And the same people is hitting you up again, asking you, how much you selling this dog for. It's just a lot of capping going on in this game, man. There's a lot of capping going on about how much money people are making, and it's a lot of capping about how much money people have. It's just capping all around. You just got to understand it. You got to navigate around it. All right. So please let me know who your kennel is so I can shout you out. There's a lot of comments on here. Hold on, let me look. Let me see. Let me show. Oh, that's hot in my face right there. There you go. I wish I would add your name. I wish I can add your name up here, because I would definitely love to know who you are. Leaving comments like that. That's a beautiful comment right there. So there is a lot of people that's trying to show knowledge, that's trying to give people knowledge in the American bully game, or just in the bull game period. There's a lot of knowledge that's being shared, but there's a lot of knowledge that isn't being used, that's being told. There's a lot of people that thinks they can do it their own way. They let people talk in their ear, and they think they can do it like that, and they end up fucking themselves over. So listening is a skill. Listening and applying what's been heard is a skill. Everybody can't do that. There's a lot of people that hear things in one ear and it just goes out the other ear, and they feel like they could just make things up on their own. It just makes a harder time for you. Does it work? Sometimes it does. But most of the time, a person who's telling you something, they're giving you their past experience. They're telling you, yo, don't do it like this because, they messed up and it hurt them. So my personal self, I listened. I watched. I paid close attention to the people who were at the top that were doing it. I made sure that I was paying close attention. I made sure I went into their inboxes and I asked questions. I made sure that, because you can save yourself a lot of grief, a lot of heavy lifting, a lot of tears, blood, sweat, and this is what we're here for. We're here to share that knowledge with you. We're here to give you the keys to the door so you don't have to try knocking on the door and getting the door slammed in your face all the time. The knowledge is here. There's going to be people that tell you certain things just because they want you to buy a dog from them. There's going to be people that just blow smoke up your ass, man, because they want you to spend that money with them. You got to understand. That's why I'm saying you got to understand what you're looking at, understand what you're seeing. You got to understand this game, because if you do not, you are going to have a lot of heartache. You're going to have a lot of heartache. You're going to have a lot of trouble in this game. You're going to have a lot of drama in this game. You're going to be pointing fingers at this one told me this, but it really wasn't that. But hold up. This guy over here just told you not to do that, but you did it anyway. And now you have to climb yourself out of the quicksand. You need somebody to send you a line to pull you up out of there. So listen, man, a lot of these people are capping. They're saying I'm making this amount of money off of this dog. I'm making this amount of money off this dog. A lot of these people are co-owning. A lot of these people are bullshitting. They're setting you up. It's an alley-oop. They're setting you up so they can make money on the back end off of you off their next breeding. I'm telling you, I've seen it too many times. You know, I've seen it too many times. I know a lot of these people, and I'm not going to mention no names. I'm not going to say no names. This is not the platform for me to start drama like that. But I've seen it. I've seen people say they made this amount of money, and I know the person who they sold the dog to. And they're like, what? Hell no, I didn't spend that money. I didn't spend that much money. But they're telling them on the back end, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, all right? I'm going to say this certain price, but you don't say anything. But you know the truth always comes out. You know, because all dogs don't turn out to what people think they are going to turn out to. You know, there's a lot of people who are buying dogs with the thought process that this dog is going to look exactly like this dog without taking the mother into an equation and without taking the last 3 generations within the mother and father's ped into consideration. You know, what does the pedigree look like? You know, is the grandmother a classic? Is the grandfather an XL? You know, is the great grandmother a pocket? You know, I mean, is there any consistency in the pedigree? You know, because somebody can sell you a dog for $5,000-$6,000. That doesn't mean it's worth $5,000-$6,000 on the back end after you buy it. Because somebody's gonna look at that pedigree and say, nah, man, I could have directed you to a better dog. How many people been in that situation? Bragging about this $5,000-$10,000 dog that they spent money on, but on the back end, they could have bought a way better dog for even if not that amount, for a cheaper amount. For a cheaper amount of money. So there's a lot of lying going on in this game, and it goes on and all over the dog worlds. I'm saying not just in the bull game. Color chasing as well. There's people that chase color. That doesn't mean the dog's going to turn out, man. You know, there's a lot that goes into that's why on and on in this podcast, we're going to keep dropping game. We're going to educate you show by show by show. We're going to do this show once a week. And I'm going to have somebody on next week. I'm trying to figure it out. There's a lot of people that's hitting me up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. So yeah, we're gonna have all kind of people on here, and the reason why I'm gonna have these guests that are at the top of the game in whatever dog or whatever breed that they're into is so you can listen. It's so you can hit me up one day and say, yo, that information that I got off your podcast, that information that I got from so-and-so, what I learned from this person, what I learned from that person, man, it helped me out so much. A lot of one-hit wonders in this game. Exactly. There's a lot of dogs. I'm sorry. There's a lot of people that have these hype dogs. They look good, but they're not producing. They're not producing anything. They're not producing quality dogs. You know, because there's people that want bulls. Not bullshit, but bulls. You know, there's a certain type of look that people want. And they think, oh, this dog looks like that. So this is what I'm going to get, when they're not even looking at the female as it's being bred to. They're not even asking, yo, what's the female look like? Can you send me the pedigree so I can look at the first 3 generations, top and bottom? A lot of people don't even ask that. There's people that buy that's interested in dogs from me. They don't even ask me for the pedigree. They don't even ask me for the pedigree. They just see shots fired. They see shots fired. And they want a dog that looks like shots fired. But I tell these people, look, I'm going to sell you this dog, but all these dogs don't turn out like you think they turn out. You know, yeah, shots fired throws some gorillas. But you have to know what you're looking at. You know, I don't just sell people dogs just to make money. You know, I'm in this for my legacy. I'm in this for my dog's legacy. All the dogs that I produce or promote or have in my house, I'm in it for their legacy. I want these dogs to be remembered. I want these dogs to be remembered for something special. And I want everybody who I sell a dog to have something special. A lot of people don't let you know that this is a pet home dog that you want to buy for $5,000. They're selling pet home dogs for $5,000. Thank you so much. I try to be straight up, man. I try to be straight up. There's a lot of lies. There's a lot of lying that goes on into these dogs, man. I'm just trying to be a breath of fresh air to what's going on in the bully community. You know, because it's just a lot of capping going on, man. There's a lot of people that's saying they're doing this and they're doing that, and I get a lot of messages on the back end. Yo, man, I had a problem with this breeder, man. I've had a problem at that breeder. With that breeder. You know, I have this dog sending me pictures. I'm like, ooh, I paid $5,000 for this dog. Ooh, either you lying or you got played. Either you're lying or you got played. You're lying about how much you spent for that dog, or you just got played. And it happens every day. You know how they say there's a sucker every day. And there are people being suckered. You know why you're being suckered? Because you're jumping head first. You're not educating yourself. You're not asking questions. You're not listening to what other people are telling you that your mentors. There's some people that don't have any mentors. But if you see somebody that's doing it up in the game, that's doing it big, hit them up. Ask them questions. Don't be scared of these people. They're just regular people. Hit me up. You Aldwin Joel Marrow Bay on Facebook. Message me. Duval Bullies 401 on my Instagram. Hit me up. Hold up. I'm going to put it in there. Hold on. Oops. That's my Instagram. That's my Instagram feed. I'm sorry, I type one finger at a time. I am not a professional typer. Here go my son. Say what up, Joel.
I kept asking you to get in the podcast anyway. You didn't even see my comment.
Oh, you made a comment?
Yeah, I was like, let me get in the podcast.
Oh man, come on. What you gonna talk about?
I was gonna talk about the bullies.
Oh my goodness. So hit me up, man. Hit me up. Yes, there is people that get lucky too. You're actually right. And I've sold them a few puppies. Listen. Yo, I've given people godfathers. I've given people good deals because they were good people. I knew what they were going to do with this dog. I knew the dog was going to be special. But you know what? The money really didn't matter to me. Tony, come here. Oh, I'm sorry. So my wife can tell you that we've sold dogs for what should have been $10,000 for way cheaper than that, just because the people were good people, or we thought were good people. Yes, you did get lucky with Azul. That is a beautiful dog. And I can't wait. I cannot wait to meet Azul. All right, good night. Good night. Good night. Azul is a beautiful pup that my boy Nick Angry Inc., also from Duval Bullies, produced. I have a lot of my guys from Duval Bullies. I'm looked at a lot, right? Because I have the stud. I have shots fired. But I have kennel partners that are way more successful than I am. Nick Angry Inc., Jerome Tulin. Well, Tone Rodan gets that look. He gets looks. Marco Garcia. Definitely. Thank you so much. Definitely so much. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. These gentlemen are more successful than I am when it comes to breeding. Way more successful than I am. You know? And it's just I got that stud. I got shots fired. You know, everybody doesn't have a shots fired, but when it comes to breeding, producing beautiful dogs, man, these dudes are doing it. Okay, that's what's up. I'll see you soon, for sure. Where are you going to see me at? Oh, you said in Allentown. Bet. I'll see you in Allentown. That's going to be later on this year. Definitely going to be there. I will be hitting anybody in the Atlanta area. Next weekend, I will be in Atlanta with shots fired and my French Bulldog. Hold on, let me let y'all see. Come here, Catalea. Come here. This is Catalea, everybody. This is my girl Catalea. Here is snorting. Yes. Excuse me? Oh, yeah, she will be making her debut at in Atlanta. Oh, come on, stop snorting like that, girl. She just turned a year old. Produced by Tone Rodan and Pre-Rodan. Go ahead, snort away. So yeah, she will be making her debut in Atlanta, and hopefully we do really good with her. And I'll be bringing shots fired. All right, get back in there. Get back in there. Get in there. And I also will be showing shots fired. Let me see. Get Pudge up here. Hold on. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Here's shots fired, everybody. I don't hide my dogs. This is him right here. This is shots fired. Tell him you want to tell him you're going to Atlanta? Oh, y'all heard him. Yep. See, y'all heard him. Say it again. Good boy. Okay. So he told y'all heard it firsthand from shots fired. He will be in Atlanta. Hopefully we can take some hardware home. There's some beautiful bulls out. So yeah, her name is Contract Killer Catalea, our French Bulldog. Contract Killer Catalea from Colombiana, actually. That's where we got the name from. Because me and my wife fell in love with that movie. I think that movie is a classic. If you don't think that movie is a classic, something is wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. So, sorry about that. I'm thinking I've had this stopper in here. So, yes, I think this was a beautiful show, man. I'm not going to go over an hour. This is really just an introduction for my first one. And I just wanted to just let everybody know, you know, don't fall for the bullshit. Do not fall for the bullshit. Find a mentor. Find somebody that's going to show you the right direction. Find somebody that's going to tell you the right way, because you will save yourself a lot of grief, a lot of money, a lot of heartaches, a lot of pain, tears, blood, whatever. You will save yourself so much anguish if you just get a proper mentor. They're all out there, man. There's so many people that's been in the bully game that they're waiting for you. They're waiting for you to hit them up. You know, hit me up. If I can't answer your question, I guarantee you I know somebody that can, and I can direct you in that direction. That's a guarantee. If you need any tips about diet, if you need any tips about any holistic, if I can get the answer for you, I will give it to you. That's how I am. That's how I am. You know, I don't hoard this knowledge that I have. This is who we are as human beings. We're supposed to come here. We're supposed to collect knowledge, and we're supposed to share that knowledge that we collected to the best of our abilities, either to our children or to the people who are following in our footsteps or trying to do the same thing that we're doing. That's what our purpose is. Our purpose is to share that knowledge to the best of our ability, not to steer people in the wrong directions. There's people that are pieces of shit. I'm going to share this group since I can't share the live. Thank you so much. You should be able to share the live. Just go on to my Facebook page, Aldo and Joel Marrow Bay, if we're friends on Facebook, and just share it. And you can share it on YouTube. I'm also on YouTube as well. No Bullish. That is BULL with the line ISH. You can share it from YouTube as well, because this is streaming on YouTube. So we are about to end it. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Like I said, this is going to keep getting better and better. I'm going to learn so much. This is my first time ever jumping on something other than a live video on Facebook. I had to buy a mic. You know, I had to buy a subscription for StreamYard. Soon I'll be buying other things. I'll be buying a better mic. I'll be buying things so I can I'm going to learn how to do my own actual intros to look more professional. You know, there's a lot that I want to give to the people. I feel like they deserve it. You know what I'm saying? For just performance. I want to perform to my best ability on this podcast for the people who are watching. I want to have giveaways. I want to have merchandise. I want to help people, most importantly, help people navigate properly through whatever breed that they have or whatever they're doing within the bull community. And when I mean bull, I mean all bull breeds. Okay? So I'm your guy. If you need any questions answered, find a way to reach out to me. Find a way to reach out to me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. For sure. I had to get a bite. I had to get a bite. Yo, I got the split screen too. But you know, soon I'm gonna be dropping bars as well. I'll be dropping bars as well, man. I'll be doing my own productions, you know, by as far as music. You know, y'all don't know I can spit. You know, I want to have rappers on. I want to have artists on. I want to have artists that own dogs. They have to own a bull breed dog before they come on this show. So I know a lot of artists that I'm going to have on here. A lot of people that's doing different things that with promotion that can help you up your promotion game, help you up your artistic game, whatever you want to do better to strengthen your brand. That's what I'm going to be bringing to this channel. I want to be bringing truth to this channel as well, because there's too many lies going around, and the truth that needs to be told to the new people that's coming into the game. Even the people that's been in the game for a while are being lied to. They're falling for it once in a while. All right. So my hour is hit. I love every last one of y'all, man. Thank you. This channel is just gonna keep growing and growing and growing, and we're gonna do beautiful things for this channel. All right. So I'm gonna bid you adieu, and good night, everybody.
out here. Even if the block hurt, don't stop work, I'm out here. Me, I put in groundwork, I'm round work, I'm out here. Even in the drought, yes, I found work, I'm out here. Me, I gotta get it, so I push it to the limit. I'm not moving till I'm finished, I'ma do it till the end. And I'm not losing cause I'm winning, do my do, I'm on a mission. Straight through, no intermission, play the rules, no intervision. Me, make the block men straight, grade drop, men's rate, raise the stock, men's hate. Some raise clock, men's face, men block vacate. They don't want plates scrape, wrong day, late, run and scream Mayday. Early bird gets the worm, the bird is mine, big worm. On this block I get in earth, I make the block spin and turn. Sling, coke, crack dope, weed pills plus sherm. This block must burn all night, cheese churn. Late night on the corner block, work page right. This ain't the place for a nigga to catch stage right. This is where the men is made, this is where the men get paid. This is where many laid and many men see better days. In many ways this block brought many treasure rates. And ain't too many escape routes, not too many get away. While looking for a better way and trying to make a better play. And I get knocked better, laying hung the block every day. Right here on this very stupid